because it is more official than the ref and the whistling. You're posted with P, your G on Rated PG. And unfortunately, again, we do not have my co-host, my broski, Cap Droski. Unfortunately, comma pause for effect, we have our very, very special guest, the homie that is special and always important. Everybody make some noise for my nigga Zae Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
You can follow me on Instagram.
Thank you.
Everyone. At P Diddy Boppa, PDIBB. No, shit, spelled it wrong. PDIDDY.
Don't you hate that shit?
Yeah.
It's like people just like typing out like,
Yo, P Bibby. Who the fuck is Mike Bibby? P Diddy Boppa.
Yeah.
And your Instagram, sir?
Wild Soul Films. Wild Soul Films all together.
No, not soul like SOUEL.
Yeah, that's
Underscore
that's
7.
that fake shit. That's soul. Like when you see that, it's like either they're kind of creative, but it's like
I know a
it's
Korean
like
comedian, and his Instagram is the Soul Korean.
Soul Korean. Oh, okay.
He performed at a lot of black comedy clubs too, and I was like, that's actually pretty brilliant.
Oh yeah, you gotta put that soul.
I got a soul.
Yeah.
Like literally, I have it in me.
Yeah.
Shows coming up. What is today? The 7th. Tomorrow I'll be at the Laughing Skull Best of Atlanta at 2 p.m. Monday the 9th I will be at McCracken's at Marietta Square for the comedy show at 9 p.m. The 16th I will be at Hole in the Wall at 10 p.m. Tyler Chronicle will be headlining, recording his show.
Nice.
The 20th I will be at 10 Buck Comedy. It'll be my first 10 Buck show. Really excited. 21st the comedy show, Basement Comedy Show at the Relapse Theater at 8 p.m. The 24th, I will be at the Laughing Skull Lounge again at 8 p.m. And the 28th, I will be at Atlanta Brewing Company again for the Laughing Skull Lounge's comedy feature show.
Work.
A lot of bombing going on at these shows.
For real?
No, not for me.
Oh.
You know, I be talking about.
I was shocked. I was like, what?
Nah.
I talk about that.
Yeah, I actually fucking do. I actually had a show at Village Theater. What's today? Saturday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And for the first time, 3 of my opening jokes didn't even touch. Like, it was 50 seconds of silence. I recorded the whole thing. I even laughed at one of my own jokes, and no one else agreed with me. And then I just heard somebody say, wow. Like, I was like, all right, that's cool.
Damn.
But it's cool. I got them back. You know, so I didn't even have them, but I got them after a minute.
Bro.
You know, it just rolled out.
I feel like the best. It's been a while since I bombed, but like, I try not to like when I'm doing stand up. I haven't done stand up since like March or some shit. But like, if I'm doing, sometimes I get like in that little rapid mode. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do stand up for like a good month or
right. I'm just gonna knock out these shows.
Just get the shit, and then there's some. I don't think there'll be a bomb, but like, if I do one last show and it's a bomb, I have to do
another one.
Just to like, okay, it don't need to be a bomb, but it can be all right.
It needs to be better than that.
Yeah, it needs to be. Yeah, I remember I bombed at Cat's Cafe. It was years ago. Yeah.
Cats bombing it hurts.
Oh yeah, it hurts.
Different.
It's like you at a cookout trying to do stand up, and then your family members like, what are you talking about?
And then it's not like they looking away. They still just staring at you.
Yeah,
man. I've not bombed at Cats, but I've seen people bombing.
Oh yeah.
Like
bro.
in rows.
Yeah.
Oh man, it makes it feel bad for the next nigga who ain't even about to bomb. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I think this was when Carlos was he was hosting.
Carlos Miller?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, this is way back. I haven't done Cat's Cafe since, but yeah, I can't remember a joke, but I remember I had like a dick joke or some shit. I forgot what it was, and I feel like I noticed. Like when you see when you're in the back, you can't tell what the audience look like.
Right.
You just around like a lot of young niggas.
People.
Yeah, you around a lot of more young niggas in the back. But then when you get up there and you see all of them like them 40-year-old, 30-year-old faces, you're like,
oh, shit. These jokes ain't gonna be shit.
Oh shit, I cannot talk about my dick. There's no way my little ass is not gonna talk about my dick. And so yeah, there was some silence in there, and then you know, we did that bomb, and like, you know, you rush out of there. You gotta rush out of that fucking venue. And I did, and I left my card. I ain't closed my tab. I rushed out of it so fast. I was like, You know that little like. Oh man, that sucks.
Ooh, time to go.
Don't worry, this will be funny tomorrow. But let me just get my ass home.
We're gonna talk about that later on. That's always we always talk about what's your most memorable bomb, and then your definition of a bomb, because a lot of people have different ones. By the way, folks, Zae is a writer, director, actor, animator extraordinaire, except the animator part, apparently.
Man, I mean, I animate. I say I'm an animator, but I just don't like doing it. And that's I get scared when people say animator, because it's like people aren't expecting to.
Right,
like, hey, they're gonna be like, hey, so you do cartoon stuff? But nah, man, I actually don't.
I don't.
I do it the worst way. Hire a real professional. Like, seriously.
But what show, by the way, do you do?
Well, I'm working on a show called Spooky Dreams. I'm animating that. It's something that Adultswim is kind of like trying to make it a thing, and we're making it into a thing. But
It's called Spooky what?
Spooky Dreams.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Spooky Dreams. Yeah, so it's really about like, that's cool. It's really about like a little black kid, 14-year-old stuck in his nightmares.
Was that like the clip for the free stuff thing?
Yeah, like it's really like, you know.
Oh,
Go for it. Let's do it. Cheers. Yes.
that was a big one.
That's a slow cup to do it. It's like the cup is too wide.
Yeah, it's for sake.
Yeah.
100%.
To do like a quick one.
Pardon.
Oh, good. So yeah, it's a little kid, 14-year-old teenager stuck in his nightmares, and he's just stuck in his nightmare world. And really, it doesn't faze him. He's just living like regular life shit.
Right.
Or whatever regular life shit is happening around him.
In that realm.
Yeah, but they're all like nightmare monsters, and you know, trying to eat him, trying to
like giant monsters. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
he's just like going home.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm just taking a ride home and shit. But it's really just like boogeymen trying to take his soul, but it's it never works out because he doesn't feel like he has a soul.
Right, so it's kind of like, I win if you're afraid, but he's like, I don't even know what fear is.
I'm still gonna be here.
Right, you're like, oh, I'm like, all right, gotta go home.
Yeah, so that's really what the whole world is, and we're just throwing out like different shorts, scenarios and shit.
What about, what's the other one, Tater Chat?
Yeah, Tato Chat. Tato Chat is a live stream animated show about a potato and tomato watching internet videos. I
tried to watch many an episode, and every time I went to like the Adultswim website, like to watch it, it would just freeze up.
Oh yeah, it's their websites, they have so much shit going on it. That's probably
like, is there another site to watch it from?
Well, you can watch it on the app. Get the Adultswim app, and I think that's easier. Plug. That's easier to watch anything, and it's easier to like search. We have like an archive, but we only just release one episode, at a time, because we're a very,
very creative,
illegal show. We show a lot of copywritten shit, like videos. We don't let people know what kind of videos they are, so it's like,
like they're already out for the world to see.
Yeah, I mean, we use YouTube. I mean, I feel like YouTube would be mad at us instead.
Right. They're like, oh, it's Adultswim.
Yeah. But I mean, it works out, so that's fun. We always bring people on to call people up, or people call us up.
Well, how long? What drove you to pursue entertainment in any type of avenue? Or did you just get started off doing comedy or writing? Or
since I was little, I always watched movies. That was my, go away world.
Escape.
Yeah, like I need
at least for an hour and a half.
Yeah. At least for my mama or some shit.
Yeah.
And but I mean, movies, TV, that was like my shit, and I just loved horror films when I was a kid. I love comedy. I was a very silly kid. I couldn't take things serious as much.
Same.
But like, if I do take it serious, that means I still add like a light to it because it's that serious.
Right.
Like, all right, let me lighten the mood.
Right. Like I tell people, I apparently have this terrible habit of making light of serious situations.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
Right. I was like,
it'd be like that. You want to get real deep? This is about to get real deep. All right. Boom. All right, so check it.
Checking.
Fun fact information. So I used to have leukemia when I was little.
Used to.
And I was like 6 or some shit. Yeah, I was like 6. So I had cancer when I was like 6 years old. But I did not take it serious at all.
Like, you're just like,
Like, honestly, I remember I was going through chemo and I didn't know what the fuck was going on with me.
Right.
And then, I watched a lot of silly shit, a lot of movies and shit, and my hair started falling off because I did like this. And my hair fall off. I'm like, that did not hurt. And I was like, oh my God.
I have powers.
I was powerful. But here's the thing. I went to, this is like first grade. I went to class and then I would tell the guys like, hey, y'all want to see something crazy? They're like, God! What? They're like, oh my God, your hair, you just ripped your hair out.
Just ripped your hair out.
I'm like, Hulk.
That's hilarious.
And then
also
I had
a little traumatizing.
Patches throughout the whole day.
You seen that meme or the video about patches, right? It's this kid in New York and he just got patches.
Oh, you're like, what are you talking about?
And he was like, yo, why your hair fucked up? And he was like, what?
What you talking about?
Oh, yeah. And he was like, yo, don't disrespect me like that.
Yeah, I remember.
He said, what's your name? They call me Patches. And he was like, ah! He was
like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, don't disrespect me like that.
So yeah, I went through all the serious shit, but at the same time, it was given from the innocence of a child and the silliness of a child. I was so silly.
I tell people I make light of dark situations only because I have a quick understanding of situations.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, there's nothing we can do about it. Sitting here complaining ain't gonna make it any better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and find a way out of it, but in the meantime, who eats ass?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. I remember
I'm hungry.
I figured out I was really sick one time when you're in the hospital and they ask you.
You know, when you're in the hospital.
You're in the hospital and they ask you to make a wish foundation.
Oh,
that's when I knew I was really sick. I was like, oh shit, I can go somewhere on vacation for free? Damn, I'm that sick. And then I kept saying, they're like, where do you want to go? I'm like, Hollywood. They're like, how about Disneyland? I'm like, nah, Hollywood. They were like,
make another wish?
I know. So I went to Disneyland, and I did not give a fuck about Disneyland. But I still got in front of everyone, which was fine. I was like,
They were like, why is he getting cut? Because I'm about to die.
I'm bald. Because I knew this. Go ahead, sir.
Bruh, you know what you should do? Probably not, but probably.
I probably will.
Whenever you get a haircut, just keep some of it. And like go on stage with a hat on. Even if it's just like when you're talking, just like take it off and start talking whatever. And then start telling a joke about how you was going crazy. And then when you tell a joke and that shit don't hit, you like, oh, that shit wasn't funny. Like just have a hair full of your hair.
Hilarious. Hell yeah.
That's a prop. But you know,
I love doing props.
I can imagine if I saw that shit on.
Yeah. Oh my God, he has cancer right now.
That's my time. You see? Make a wish.
Make a wish. That's hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And then too, there was like a thing where kids that were sick, they went to a camp that with other sick kids. And I was a very introverted kid. I went to the Boys and Girls Club, and I didn't want to go to that. And I think that's how I got cancer.
Oh,
real shit. But I went to camp. It's called Camp Sunshine, and it's actually dope. I was there from.
I was about to say that would suck for kids with skin cancer.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I think so.
Oh shit!
It's crazy because like
I don't want to go.
It's like you're around a whole bunch of kids that have different types of cancers, and we're like, so what you come here for? Like, I got whatever.
I got black people.
Yeah, I got blood cancer. I got nail cancer. I got toe. So, and then. Every time I was in the cabin, I was the only black kid.
Of course.
And I just kept that, man. That was like the only time I talked to white kids. Like real shit. I went to all black schools, and summer camp was the only time I saw white people and hung out with them for a week. Mm-hmm. And
black people ain't sending no kids to summer camp. Not like because.
Yeah. So Yeah, and then I remember our counselor, they told us, like, we went to teen camp, and that's when, your hormones kicked in, but you ain't got cancer no more. But you used the cancer story
to get the pussy.
Yes. And that's how every cancer kid or kid that had cancer got into relationships. It's because of cancer story.
Yo, I'm trying to get some pussy. You're weird. I'm dying.
Yeah. You ever had leukemia?
You ever got dick from a nigga who ain't had much to live for?
I'm gonna tell you another story. So I was in high school and I was on like a date with this girl, and this is like she was like a party promoter, one of those type of girls, and then we're in my mom's car and shit, making out, and then we're like I'm like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna fuck in my mom's car. I don't care. And then she was like, I gotta tell you something. I was like, let's talk. And well, no, I think we got real for a second, and then I pulled out my cancer story. I was like, I had cancer, blah, 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 blah.
That nigga said, oh yeah. She was like, I'm a virgin, and I'm not sure if I'm really gonna do this. And he was like,
check this out. So I tell my cancer story, and then she's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. It's all good though, I'm good. And then she was like, okay, well, I gotta tell you a story too. I'm like, all right, let's do it. It's not worse than mine.
Right.
And then she was like, well, I was with this guy one time, and long story short, he got me. I was like, what you mean he got you?
Right, what does that mean?
She was like, he gave me herpes. I was like, huh? My heart jumped out of my fucking chest. I was like, she was like, but not like up here, like down there, genital herpes. I was like, oh man.
Damn, so I can't get no pussy.
But it was crazy. I was like, ooh, that's the difference between my story and your story. I don't have that shit anymore. You got that.
You can't
forever
get rid of it.
You can't get rid of that. My cancer's gone. Yeah.
A part of me wanted to be like, if she has genital herpes, can you still do anal?
Didn't want to. They could have went to the booty. I don't know. I feel like the whole area is just
right.
Like,
You gotta throw the whole bitch away.
Yeah, you gotta throw it. Oh, it's ruined.
Can't even use that anymore.
So I was like, all right, I gotta go to church tomorrow. I guess it's time to go home.
I gotta go talk to God about this.
Yeah,
I need to pray on
I
it.
use my cancer story to get pussy, and I guess I shouldn't do that because, But I'm glad she told me
that she had herpes. That's very admirable,
bro.
That saved your life.
Yeah, because I was ready.
I can't. What? Oh man!
I was like, oh yeah, it's happening so fast.
I'm getting this.
I'm about to get this shit.
I'm about to crush so much puss.
Yeah. I'm about to get this cancer dick.
I'm about to get this CD.
But yeah.
Earlier you said you working for the Adultswim. Was that the mission? When you were starting off in entertainment, was to start for the Adultswim, or did you just start doing other things and then that led to it?
It weirdly got into like, I wouldn't say it was my mission. It was my mission. My mission was I dropped out of SCAD to go be on Saturday Night Live. That was like a mission for real. And then it didn't work out like that because I was like, fuck, New York is expensive, and I don't know no one there
at all.
And then so I just tried to do like freelance jobs over here, and I mean everyone, if everyone grown up to Adultswim,
right?
So it's not bad the second time.
So she said,
yeah, I've been drinking a lot. It started, like, that
starts
first
to just
one,
feel good.
That first one, it was like, ooh. And then that second one was like, oh yeah.
He was like,
yeah. But, yeah, so I did freelance work, and then Adultswim's always been like that kind of thing, but I didn't think I was going to fit in for some reason. But I think...
When was this, by the way?
This was, let me see, around 2016. I started doing a lot of short films and shit, and then on their website, I've gone onto the Adultswim website here and there, and they have the live stream stuff, and they had this show called Development Meeting, where
I think I've seen clips or like things of that.
Yeah, it's two executives from Adultswim, like back in Burbank location, and they're just like taking people's pitch. The thing is, the show is like, you know, they don't really take your pitch. Right. It's more like I don't know. It's like they give advice and shit, and sometimes if something is that good, they might. Right. But it's, you know, the chances are very, very low. But for me, I just like, I don't see what, I don't know. And then there was a time where we like, me and my cousin, we were like, man, we were fishing for shit. We were broke boys for real. Yeah. Like we were broke. And then I was like, man, we make Spooky Dreams. That was the first time I animated Spooky Dreams. It was bullshit, but I wanted to be. Right. I'm like, you know, I didn't care. It was just, I just wanted the story to get out, like the writing. I wanted the writing to show. And I showed it to them and called them up. And they watched the whole little 5-minute thing I made. And they laughed. And I was shocked because they don't really watch that long of videos.
Anything.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds or a minute and that's it. Whoop-de-whoop.
So you animated it and everything?
Animated it. I was like, yeah, me and my cousin, we're in Atlanta, we make stuff, blah, 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 blah. They were like, all right, cool. Ooh. And then probably like, I'll say a couple days later, I got like an email from the Adultswim office in Atlanta. They were like, yeah, the guy that's Matt Harrigan, he's the head of the website, you know, the digital stuff. And he was like, hey, saw you guys stuff and was wondering if you guys can come over and see if we can make something, you know. And we were like, okay. And then we did that, and that was like 2017, late 2017, and we did some tests and shit, and then we just, by accident made Tato Chat.
Right.
Like, I mean,
it was a byproduct of something else.
They were like, okay, live action is cool and stuff, but what about animation? And we were like, live animation. We're like, oh, if y'all can do that, we can know. And then I was like, all right, I'll make something and see if y'all like it. It was potato and tomato video chatting. And then it turned into like watching videos.
So how many seasons are there now? Like 3?
We're like 60 episodes.
I know, I saw 60 episodes. Yeah, I was like,
it don't really go by seasons. It just
continues.
Yeah, it just continues. But in my head, it's like, okay, well, we are like, yeah, we're in. I say generations. Gen 1 looks way different how it looks now. I mean, the characters kind of, how they animate, they look kind of different. They look shitty. But right now they look a little bit better. I'm sure they'll get better if they keep letting us do it. So,
hopefully.
That's my only job. I need that shit.
Well, I remember before we started recording, we were talking about crit, and that was a question I had here was like, you know, did you work for any other independent companies or film industries prior to Adultswim that, you know, took you somewhere, let you meet some cool people?
Yeah, I used to do some little bit of freelance stuff for Trey Native. This production company, they did like a lot of music videos, and like a lot of one of your favorite artists videos, a lot of Future, a lot of Thug videos. They did a big Crit video one time. That's how I got in a relationship, you know, to do shit for Crit. So and that's when they got me the Crit opportunity and stuff. So that led me to Crit, and I started being a videographer for Crit for his tour, critically acclaimed tour.
A buddy of mine told me videographer can also be translated into filmmaker, essentially.
Yeah, it's the beginning pre-game stage, you know, as a filmmaker. So
does that mean like photography, filming videos, and editing?
A nigga with a camera, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I know some niggas with cameras that don't do any editing, you know.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I had no choice. I mean, I enjoyed doing editing at the time.
I did. I would too.
I still do. If it's mine, or you know, if it's feel like me, I'll edit the fuck out of it. But yeah, and they gave me like a lot of freedom to do just me, so it wasn't really anything harsh notes or critical shit.
Well, so did you work with anybody else besides them before that or after?
See, I did a lot of.
Oh, so you said freelance. So
yeah,
by freelance, do you mean like you just make something online, like make a post or reach out to somebody?
It was more like I didn't do a lot of posts. It would be like, some of them would be, but I would just go out and network. Like I would go to like
film festivals.
Film festival? No. I would go to like a little like event on Edgewood, you know, or like somewhere like a little art show or some shit. or whatever, anything, I would go and just network. I did so much to the point I can't remember what places I've been at, but like I did so much, and I would like analyze certain people. I kind of can tell.
You would see who the people that you need to talk to.
Yeah, there was an Asian dude. I was like, Asian dude that's on a set, that nigga's important. And he's the executive producer. Still happens. And that's what got me into Trainado.
Or now that you say it's easy to find out or point out who are important people, it's people that don't get interrupted when they're talking. For example, like some people just walk up and just start talking or whatever, but if you see like somebody talking, people just stand there looking, you're like, that's the guy right there.
I analyze a lot of people. I observe. I'm an observer. I'm a quiet observer. I like to sit back and, you know, be aware of what's, you know, feel the shit.
I'm a Boba Spoha.
Yeah.
That's SpongeBob SquarePants in Spanish.
Oh, bro. That's SpongeBob.
Boba Spoha.
I listen to a lot of SpongeBob music while I edit.
I listen to a lot of Disney. I know pretty much every Disney song.
That's dope. I like Mulan.
Oh yeah. My favorite by right now is Be Our Guest, Beauty and the Beast.
Be Our Guest is cool.
Somebody actually told me, they said your name is Piere, it's spelled with one R, and I was like, yeah. I said it just because my mom can't spell, because every other Piere is with two R's.
Yeah.
And then they was like, well, you know, Lumiere has one R. And I was like, it does. Yeah. And he was like, maybe your mom was thinking like Lumiere Piere.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool, but she wasn't.
Don't give her that credit.
she didn't even like that movie. You know what I'm saying? But have you ever been starstruck meeting somebody?
The only person I've been starstruck was seeing Pharrell when I was working at Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffles. I was a waiter.
Gang.
Yeah, and this was like around the time Hip Hop Awards or some shit, and like a lot of the artists or celebrities that was there, they went there to Chicken and Waffles, and I was just like looking around like, fuck, it's crowded in here. And I saw a dude with a hat on, and I was like,
oh, kind of hat.
It was at the time when I guess the brown hat was popular.
That circular.
Yeah, but it was.
It's not a fedora, is it?
I don't know what that fucking shit was like. It's brand. I don't know. Like it was a different color, but it was on that kind of wave. And then like he was just eating, man. And then every nerdy ass nigga that worked there, skinny ass dude, we made it like a whole like line for him to leave.
Of skinny niggas.
Yeah, just to leave the back door. And then all of a sudden, like, dude, you're my hero. And then, you know, he does the humble shit. He's like, you know, and then that was great. I was like, wow, that was cool. I got blessed, and I just got to work, and then the rest of the shit was all right. I saw Beyonce, but the way I saw Beyonce, like Beyonce.
I don't even fuck with Beyonce heavy, but if I saw her, I'd just be like,
bruh, they kept it so quiet. Like no one in the restaurant. They have like a back row where like either big parties or like some low key celebrities be. The whole restaurant did not fucking know, and it's a small ass restaurant. And I came in and shit, and I'm like, damn, why the lights low in here? I can't see shit. Manager's like, it's because Beyonce's there. And I looked, I was like, oh, she is. And she wasn't my table, but it's like I couldn't stare. You know, it's like one of those things. Like, you gotta do your job, bro. You can't just like, you know. But when she left, I smelled her mac and cheese that she did. Sitting in her seat and shit, just like trying to feel that.
That nigga lift the chair and said,
the chair on me.
Yes.
Rub her napkins, like, just put her napkins in my
pocket. The fork she was eating with, just.
It was a Sunday morning, bro. It was a Sunday, and they got her out so clean and like low key.
She's probably done this many a time, so she's like,
I'm sure, but it's just amazing. Just, bro, people will kill if they knew Beyonce was just in the back.
Yeah, 100%, 100%,
bro.
Where are some cool places that you've been? Like, you know, doing entertainment or writing or animating? Like for me, example, my definition of school, I've never left Georgia doing anything entertainment-wise.
I think I did comedy, I did stand-up in New York, and I thought that was like one of those things like, I need to do that again. Because I was stuck in New York for a minute because I had an audition for NBC, and I thought I was going to make it. I thought that was my ticket. I was like, oh, I'm doing it one way. There's no way I'm going back home. I'm it.
How
That's it.
old were you at this point?
Bro, this was like, let me see, 2016. I was at least about 24 or 23.
You were feeling
So
yourself.
I was feeling myself. I was like, bro, I got the audition at NBC. Do you not understand that?
Right.
Took that one way, and then stayed at my buddy's place at Brooklyn, and then did the audition, and it was all right. And then it was a black lady, and I told her, I was like, yeah, I missed my dad's birthday for this. She was like, oh, yeah, I missed my dad's birthday in Atlanta for this. She was like, oh, you live in Atlanta? I was like, yep. She's like, oh, okay.
Damn.
And I was like,
She said it's gonna be a long ride
I
home.
was like, oh wow, you're not local. And but yeah, and then after that audition, I thought like, I'll get the call back. What's gonna happen? And I stayed in New York for like 2 weeks and didn't know how to get back home. Didn't have the money to get back home, so I had to do work. I had to do some freelance work there,
Right.
and I ended up being a videographer
Damn.
for the Huffington Post.
Hey.
And they were like on the red carpet for some VH1 hip hop queens shit. I forgot what year it was.
Mm-hmm.
And we just ended up being there and saw the show. And then I did comedy in New York a couple times. So that was cool. I like doing comedy in New York. It's like that late night, like you can do 3 shows
Right.
before 3 a.m. Like
Bang, 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 bang. Knock 'em out.
yeah, that was I was like, yo, I need to do that again. That rush was nice.
We have about a minute left, perhaps.
Damn.
But either way,
We can keep going.
yeah, we sure can.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Well, I need to get up and check this. Lighting. We got about 10.
Okay. Bet.
This is gonna be a 2-parter.
Alright.
Now, so I like to ask people this too. What is your definition of a bomb, sir?
My definition of a bomb.
For example, different answers we've gotten on here. You, by the way, are episode 81 of Rated
Nice.
PG.
I like being in the 8s.
8 greats.
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but somebody was like, if at any point in your set you lose the crowd, like even if you, like he said, if you've never had them in the first like 10 seconds, that's not really a bomb or whatever. But once you get them with that laugh and you lose them at any point, even if you bring them back,
Yeah.
that was a bomb right there.
Yeah.
He said, now you're recovering from it. Somebody else is like, when you give up on your set yourself.
I think because the last time I bombed, it wasn't like a big bomb. It was like, as you explained, it's like one of those jokes in the middle of your set, and it didn't get that much laughter. You're like, ooh, that
Right.
ruined my whole set.
That
And it's
feel
like the
good.
joke that you want,
Right.
and it's the most controversial joke. And so I don't think, oh man. Yeah, I mean that's my definition right now as far as doing stand up now. Like if I have a whole set and then like one joke in the middle, because I'll get them in the beginning,
Right. I'll get them at the end.
and then at the end too. But sometimes if that joke that fucks up in the middle, it fucks up the end.
The end.
in a little bit. So it's like, ooh, that fucks me up. That's my definition. Like, yo, you fucked up that middle joke. You gotta go harder for the end if that end joke ain't.
A lot of people told me they were like, me, I don't tell jokes or puns or punchlines.